Good morning, guys. Welcome back to episode 241. I can't believe we've made it this far. And people still spend their Tuesdays and Thursdays listening to me talk in just a crazy manner. Just saying nutsy things and just letting shit fly from the hip. Shooting from the hip. That's what we do around here. No shame. We say things sometimes that may not be the most popular choice, but we say them and we stand by them, and then we apologize when what we said was not true. So, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me. It is November 9th, and Jesus Christ, it's almost 2022. It's like, the best 2 years of our lives have just passed us. COVID and then COVID again. My God, COVID is ridiculous. So done with it. Done with it. It's gone. It's over. Doesn't even exist. It's fake. It's a conspiracy. It was made up. It was a plot from China to give it to us to shut down our economy. And it worked. It worked well. JFK is alive. No, guys, what's going on? Thank you so much for joining me on this beautiful, beautiful day. Did you guys see that? I think QAnon went to JFK Dallas. This is what I'm talking. This is why I love humanity. There's two ways you can look at things. There's two ways you can look at things. You can look at things as when really people who may not be the brightest. You can sit back, talk shit, make fun of them. You can do that, or you can embrace them and let them just be who they are, because these people are fun. These are the people, I don't want to do this. These are the people that make the world. These are the people that we need to keep. We love these people. I love these people. These QAnon people, I love them. They're great people. They might not be the brightest. They may have some serious trauma. You don't know. You don't know, but I love these people. QAnon supporters gather in downtown Dallas expecting JFK Jr. to reappear. Some believe the reappearance of John F. Kennedy's son, who died in a plane crash in 1999, will bring about the reinstatement of President Donald Trump. That is what I love that. That is so fun. That is so fun. The supporters first gathered Monday night in downtown Dallas, and about 1 p.m. Tuesday, there were several hundred people near Delhi Plaza, where President John F. K. was assassinated in 1963. Kennedy's son died in a plane crash in 1999 at age 38. I had no idea. But some supporters of the QAnon conspiracy theory believe that he has spent the last 22 years in hiding. They think JFK will appear at the plaza before midnight. I'm just going to read a few more things. One post from the widely followed QAnon social media account said that after Trump was reinstated as president, he would step down and JFK Jr. would become president. I love it. I love it. That would have put him at 22 years old. He would have been 61, right? 22 plus 38, 22, 60 years old. He would have been 60 years old. The former NSA advisor Michael Flynn would be appointed as his vice president. Trump would ultimately become king of kings. I love it, dude. I love it. Experts who have been following QAnon since its inception said that even they were surprised by the number of people who showed up Tuesday. Frankly, I'm kind of shocked at how many people turned out for this, said Jared Holt, a resident fellow at the Atlanta Council Digital Forensic Research Lab, fake program. That's a fake program. That's fake. When your program is broken down, the acronyms ACDFRL, fake. Too many letters equals fake program. Real programs: NSA, FBI, ICE, CIA, DHS, Homeland Security. The tobacco one and the guns one, real programs. When you are ACDFRL, fake. When you are NIH, fake. I'm just kidding. You're real. Fauci, you're real. Relax, bud. Relax. Keep killing the dogs. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. That was a disturbing story. You see that with the dogs? Honestly, dogs or COVID, what are you going to do? We're coming out swinging today, man. Happy Monday. Happy mother effing Monday. I love Mondays. Mondays are my favorite day of the week. It's a beautiful day. I get to do so much. I get to work out. I get to do a podcast. I get to think. Thinking is nice. I get to think about what I shouldn't say, which is fun. Doesn't really work all the time. I get to visualize about my future, which is fun. It's a good time. I get to eat. I get to eat good food. The QAnon conspiracy theory. This wasn't a widespread belief even among QAnon followers. The QAnon conspiracy theory centers on fealty to Trump, who adherents believe will dismantle a shadowy deep state, which they believe compromise leftist politicians and celebrities who are pedophiles. I love it. QAnon supporters is a picture. I don't know, I'd say there's about 35 to 40 people. Supporters gather along Elm Street at Dealey Plaza in downtown Dallas on November 2nd, 2021. The group believes that JFK Jr. who died in a plane crash in 1999, will return and reinstate Donald Trump as president of the United States of America. I love it. I'm so here for it. I think that's so cool. Like, I'm not even trying to be, like, I don't know. I really do, like, on like a non-bullshit level. I really do like that people like that exist. Like, I don't know where it stems from, but I know people in my life that don't like, they get upset at people who have like who think like radically. And I'm not saying like radically correct, but like there's a part of me, like, so you have autism, and autism is a spectrum, right? And the idea is that you can't pinpoint it. It's all individual people, right? They're all individual people. They all have their own little quirks about them. But there's a spectrum of humanity, you know, and like that's like, and I think that's an idea that we just kind of forgot about like a long time ago. And I don't know, and I know I was talking to somebody today at the gym, and they were upset about something, about somebody, they didn't get the vaccine, and now this person doesn't, they feel like this person doesn't really look at them the same way. And I understand both perspectives. Like, I understand if you've been vaccinated and someone hasn't been vaccinated, you probably get upset with them because maybe you feel like you didn't want to get vaccinated and you gave in, so now you resent the fact that you did get vaccinated, or you really do think that person's a bad person because they're killing grandma, you know? And I understand both perspectives, but I think there's a middle. I think that's what makes humanity beautiful, right? Like, that's what makes the artist stand out. That's what makes the great people of all time special. You know, like if everybody got vaccinated, I don't know. I guess that's a good thing, but it's just not fun. I don't know. But that's also my personality though. Like I don't know where that stems from. Like, why do I like chaos? Not even chaos. I just like, I don't know. I do like the normal things, right? I'm not like the crazy person. I'm not the QAnon follower. I'm not the person who's out there saying they're chipping you with vaccines. I wouldn't say that, because I'm stable in the sense that I believe I'm willing to let go of the reins when people smarter than me are saying things. And if you are far right, you say you put blind belief in establishments. And I understand that perspective, but I guess I am putting blind faith. I trust them. And it's until you lose my trust, I'm like, no more. And that's kind of how I felt about this whole Fauci thing. Like, this whole Fauci thing is getting weird, right? Like, I mean, it's, I'm just going to look it up real quick. This whole Fauci thing, meet the anti-Fauci Florida Saint. No, PETA calls for Dr. Fauci to resign. Our position is clear. Just so many news articles. This dude's just getting, Rand Paul had another fiery clash with Anthony Fauci over Wuhan lab funding. Representative Nancy Mace says he's close to being a supervillain. Dr. Fauci issues warning over COVID-19. Shut the hell. Like, it's at this point, you're just like, Jesus Christ, dude. And I was listening to Dr. Gottlieb, who is he's a former, I don't know, I guess he's a former, he was on the FDA panel. I don't think he is anymore, but he's also on the board of Pfizer, which is like kind of a conflict of interest. But last week when they came out with the, what's it called? they came out with the little pill Pfizer did, and they were basically saying he came on. Dr. Gottlieb came on and said, COVID as we know it in the Western Hemisphere in the United States is over. He said it's going to be over by January 4th. It's done. And that's what he said. And this is a credited dude. This is a smart guy. And honestly, this is the guy I've been listening through the entire COVID pandemic. This is the dude I've been listening to the whole time. And, you know, maybe I shouldn't be listening to someone who's on the board of Pfizer, but I listen to this guy. I listen to what he says. He might be far left. He might be left. He might be, I don't care what political party he is. I feel like you got to take news source from some people, and I think this guy's the most honest, because I've heard him say things like I've heard him say things that favor both sides. So I kind of just chose this guy, and I like this guy, and I think he's really good, and I think he's really smart, and I kind of, you know, I enjoy listening to him. And then at the same time, you hear Fauci saying we're going to have another spike, and but the stance that he's taken, Fauci, is a spike is like the worst thing possible, but it's not. It's just not. Like, getting COVID is not bad. Like, not, and that's a weird thing, right? That's a weird thing. And I'm going to get off COVID here soon, because I know people are so done with COVID. I'm done talking about it, but it's there. It would be like doing a podcast while an alligator is like nibbling on my foot. I would have to talk about it. Hey guys, I'm about to get murdered by a dragon, and I would have to tell you guys about that. But I don't know. You just kind of get the sense why we have medicine. You've done your job. We have vaccines. We have these little pills that you can munch on to get rid of it. You know, you can take ivermectin. I shouldn't say that. I could get my YouTube video pulled. That's a joke, YouTube. Don't take it. Not a doctor. Don't listen to me. But you know, it's like it gets to the point where it's like, what are we doing now? PETA's going after you because you're like taking dogs and like slashing them and shit, cutting their faces off, slowly murdering them. I don't know. And like this whole thing, the NIH did fund the Wuhan lab on gain of function research, which created coronavirus, and homeboy Fauci's the head of the NIH, and now he's like changing up the rhetoric on, or the definition of what gain of function is. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think, like, who are you giving a warning to? I guess people are still like really scared of it, and I understand. I guess I understand, but fuck it, bring it on. I'm munching on the COVID right now. I'll eat it. I will lick COVID off the ground. I'm just kidding. It's a bad idea. I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm gonna cut that out. I'm gonna cut that part out because I don't want to upset people. Fuck. Fresh cup of coffee, little pumpkin spice creamer, because I'm a fat ass and I like eating a lot, and I like my coffee to taste better. And I'm not a man, so I don't drink black coffee. I'm a bitch, so I put pumpkin spice creamer in my coffee, and it tastes delicious, and I have no shame, and I love it. 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 So, what is going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm very happy to be here to take up your time, to ruin your morning with these impulsive thoughts that I have that just fly through my face all day. And I'm going to Jeffrey Dahmer up in here. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to eat anybody, but we are here to talk to you guys about a few things. First thing I want to talk about is these headphones. So last Thursday, I think it was Thursday or Tuesday or whatever, you know, who cares, whatever it was, I went ahead and decided to lose my AirPods, which was not a fun decision. It was not an easy decision, but I went ahead and did it. I went ahead and lost my AirPods, and I was pissed. I was not happy, and I left them at the gym, and then I couldn't find them at the gym, and I don't know where they are. So I needed my headphones because I need to, what do I need to do? I need to be in class, and one of my classes is asynchronous, and when I take my class, I'm at school, and I don't want everyone in the class to have to hear my teacher talk. You know, that's fucked up. So I don't want to have to make people listen to my professor talk about nothing, because that's what my class is. We talk about nothing at all. So I got these headphones on, so I look like a dinosaur. They're actually kind of nice, you know? And I didn't want to say this, but I know Bluetooth is always worse than wired. And Apple, you guys haven't perfected. I haven't got the new ones yet. I'm going to get the new ones sooner than later. God, these candles are so pretty. I love my little setup. I'm going to miss my setup. I want to move. We're moving. Taylor and I are moving. And that means we're going to have a new podcast setup. It's going to be really tiny. I don't want to intrude on Taylor's space. And frankly, I don't want to have this huge setup. It's going to be really tiny. And it's still going to be on YouTube. I'm still going to have a video version of it, but it's probably not going to be as, I don't know. I was going to say fancy, but then me saying fancy means that this is fancy. And I don't think this is like, a fancy thing. We just had 250 million cases of COVID-19 since the pandemic started. That's so cool. Good job, guys. I love it. Bring it on, like Donkey Kong. So we're gonna have a different setup, which is fine. Looking forward to it. That's gonna be it's gonna be happening sooner or later. She actually has a final interview today, so we will see where that goes. I'm really excited for her. I'm super happy for her. I, for one, am still looking for a job. I've had a few job offers, like I already said, and they're gonna call me back in later this month, because I'm in school right now, and they don't want to hire so far in advance, and if you can hire other people before you hire me. I probably would have been hired if I could work at the time, because who wouldn't want me? I mean, come on. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. That's self-absorbed. You're not self-absorbed, Michael. You're worth nothing. God, Robert Sapolsky's so smart. But yeah, so I'm still looking for a job. And it's so funny. Taylor and I went on our anniversary date. We've been together for 5 years now. It's like, holy shit, dude. Where does time go? 5 years. That's wild. I started dating her when I was 20 years old, and I'm 25 now. I'm old. I'm old, dog. That's a half a decade, man. I'm old as shit. She started dating me when she was 18. She's 23. I was 20. I'm 25. And we're doing the damn thing. She's a savage. Don't fuck with Taylor. She will rip your head off. She's a beast. She's like a black widow with the little munchers up top. She'll get you. She'll get you. But we went on our fancy date, which was Olive Garden. Because when you take me, who wants to save money and actually loves pasta, and you take Taylor, who's very anxious and doesn't like to go to a restaurant where the lights are dim because she's amazing, we end up at Olive Garden spending $44 for a tour of Italy and a little pasta dish, because that's the best. And I loved it. It was a great time. Pasta, bread, and salad. I mean, come on. Like, does it get better than that? I don't think so. Does it get better than that? Nope. Are you sure? Absolutely. Doesn't get better than that. You get a tour of Italy. You get a nice little chicken parm, little chicken cutlet, a little fried on it, a little bit of pasta sauces, a little bit of queso, a little bit of cheese. We don't call it queso in Italy. That's what we call it in Mexico. We call it cheese, cheesy on top of the sauce. Get a little fettuccine alfredo in the middle. Oh, flop that bitch down in the middle. And to the right, get a little lasagna. You have yourself a delicious day, a delicious night, a delicious day to be an American, American. I'm so happy to be an American. Yeah, we were walking, waiting for our seats to get called, and I look at Taylor. I've been struggling with the job thing because I don't know what I like. Like the idea of working somewhere. It's not that I'm scared to do it. It's that I'm scared. I don't want to get myself in a trap where I'm working somewhere and the money's just good enough that it doesn't make me want to quit. Like, I don't want to start somewhere and I start getting paid $60K a year, which is, for me, is like a good amount because I spend $1,000 a year. So like maybe $1,000 a year on expenses. And I don't want to get somewhere and be like, they're paying me good, but I hate my job. So it's kind of been like a weird battle. I've been applying to places. I've got a few interviews here and there, a few interviews, and I backed out of them because I just didn't want to do it. I just didn't want to do it. And we're walking, waddling away, and I look up and there's a Barnes & Noble there, and I look at Taylor. I'm like, what if I worked at Barnes & Noble? Is there a Barnes & Noble in Roanoke? And there's 2 locations, and I say, if you tell somebody you look at Barnes & Nobles, they'll be like, oh, what do you do? Like, that's what you do? You work at Barnes & Noble? And I get it, but like, it would be fun. I would love to work there. And for the first time, I felt like this overwhelming sense of like, that's a perfect job for me. And I don't know like what they make. I don't know what the benefits are. You're Barnes & Noble. I'd be a cashier. But I'm sure there's like regional positions that you can move up to. And I feel like I could easily do that. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to call Barnes & Noble this week. The one in Roanoke. They have 2. They have one at the mall and then they have one at another location. I don't want to do the mall because I'll just get fat because I'll just eat Cinnabons all day. And I don't want to eat Cinnabons all day. So I'm going to probably call them and see if they're looking to hire. And because what's going to probably end up happening is we're probably going to move into a place before Christmas, honestly. I think it might be before Christmas. And so that's exciting. That's really exciting to see just where her and our life is moving. And it's, I don't know. I would love to make a career at Barnes & Noble. Like how much Barnes & Noble pay? I don't know. The average cashier average is $11. Can't do that. Sales associates $10. Can't do that either. Barnes & Noble management positions, management jobs, regional manager, Barnes & Noble, regional managers, salary. How much do they make? $15 to $16 for retail store manager at Barnes & Noble. I don't know if I can do that. That's that's what I want right there. Barnes & Noble managers earn $125,000 a year, 60 per hour, which is 46% higher than the average for regional managers of $78,000. The highest paid regional managers were for Cold Stone Creamery at $210. AmeriCable International, I guess $20,000. So that would be, I don't know, but that's $125 for Barnes & Noble national regional manager without location. Yeah, so that's going to be hard. It's going to be hard because they may, I don't know. Well, it was just a thought, I'm just thinking. We're just thinking right now. There's a lot of options. I've applied for I would like to a remote position would be ideal, but you can't always get what you want. So, there's a few things I wanted to talk about. I want to kind of talk about, I went and saw Theo Von this past weekend. But there was something else, man. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe it has something to do with the market. Oh yeah, I want to talk about Elon Musk. Have you guys? I'm sure you guys probably have seen this. If you guys have you guys seen? And I don't know. And I'm recording this on Monday, so I don't know what the impact this has on the market, but. It's so on Sunday. So there's this wild idea, and this is probably going to take me to the end of the podcast. There's this idea in America that so there's a few ideas. There's this idea that billionaires don't pay taxes. Okay. And there's this idea that they don't pay taxes because they're evil. And there's this idea that they don't pay taxes because they're better than. And that's it's misleading. It's not true. It's not true. The way you pay taxes in this country is you pay taxes if you make hourly wages and if you make a salary-based occupation. There's property management, or there's property taxes, and there's stuff like that. But you pay taxes when you have an income, not when you have cash. It's when you have an income. If I have cash right now sitting underneath my bed, they can't tax that because it's already been taxed. So at my job, whenever I get a paycheck, it's already pre-taxed with federal taxes, and it's already pre-taxed with state taxes. So I'm already being taxed twice, and then whatever else they tax me on. So for every $100 I get paid, I'm only keeping 80 cents. So let's say I get $1,000 a month. I keep $800 of that a month. Okay. So I've already been double taxed for the federal and the state, or let's just say it's a single tax. So what do I do with the $800? Now, this is my choice and my decision. This is my decision what I do with it, because I already paid my taxes. This is my money. Okay, so I could pay my rent, I could pay my car, I could pay my car insurance, and now I'm left with $200. After I pay for groceries, I'm left with $100. Now, what do I do with $100? Okay, if I put it in the stock market, if I put $100 in the stock market every month, I'm putting money away. I'm investing in it. It's going to gain over a period of time. I'm going to get returns on my investment. But what I'm doing is I'm risking my money. I'm risking my money, and money that's already been taxed. And I'm taking a chance saying, instead of just putting this in a savings account where I get 0.01% return, I'm looking for a 10% return a year. I'm trying to turn $1,000 into $100. So that's my choice. I'm making that choice. And let's say I put $10,000 away in the stock market, and I get a 10% gain. I have $100. That's not income. That $100 is not income until I sell it. And if I sell it, then it goes back to me. And then I made $100 profit off of my investment, the investment that I decided to make. And then that money can get taxed because it's technically income. And they already have a law for that. They have capital gains tax, short-term and long-term, and it's broken down into certain things. And like it's just for sake of the example, don't worry about that. If you invest a certain amount and if you get a certain amount of returns, you don't pay taxes on that. I'm pretty sure that's a law somewhere. But let's just talk simply. I have to pay a long-term tax. I put $10,000, I get $1,000 return. Or I put $1,000 in, I get $100 return, I get a 10% return. Long-term gains tax, let's just say it's 20%. Let's just say it's 20%. So from that $100, I gotta pay $20 taxes on that. So I have $80. I'm keeping $80. Now that's the way the system's set up now. If you invest, you're taking a risk, but also understand that you do have to pay taxes. And that's one of the advantages of real estate is you don't have to pay taxes on that. It's tax-free. I own a property. I get someone to pay my rent. They're paying the rent and the taxes each month. Okay, so they're paying off my mortgage and my taxes, and I'm still getting $100 cash flow, right? So I'm still getting $100 a month. They're paying $800 a month. My rent and my taxes each month is only $700. I have a net $100 profit cash flow every single month. That's $1,200 a year. Over time, that's going to get more and more and more because I'm going to increase my rent because that's the way houses work. I'm going to increase my rent. I'm fixed in for a consistent. So anyways, with real estate, there's a return. Your return, it's a, Jesus Christ, I'm forgetting the word. My God, what's the word? I'm making more money every year off my, and then the more they pay off, the higher the gap, and the more they pay off the rent, the more I increase the rent, I make more money. So it's an appreciating asset. It's an appreciating asset, not a depreciating asset like a oven would be at a restaurant. So, okay. So that's the advantage of investing. You're going to get a 10% return. You got to pay taxes, short-term, long-term. Short-term, you pay more taxes. And then long-term, you pay less taxes. Okay, that's fine. I get it. I understand. I'm making that choice. It's still better than putting my money in a stupid-ass investment or my bank that gives me nothing. Okay, so now, since we're all upset with billionaires not paying taxes, well, billionaires don't take a salary, and if they don't take a salary, they don't pay taxes, okay? And they don't get paid hourly, so they're not paying taxes there. They are, and I'm pro billionaires not having to pay taxes the way they pay. I think they should pay taxes when there's taxes to be paid. But the way that the system's set up now is that they don't need to pay taxes. Because and this is I think where I divert, and a lot of people would disagree with me and say I'm, whatever, I'm a far right application. Thank you for your interest. It's promoting McAfee just bought a group advent. Okay, I gotta read this later. This is why I think a lot of people would be like, Mike, this is wrong, like you shouldn't agree, I think this is where I kind of divert from people. I think if you're an entrepreneur, and if you're Elon Musk, you're Jeff Bezos, I think the risk that you put up front to put up your money that you made, I don't know if you got the money. So if you got the money from like somebody in your family, that's awesome. That's tax-free money. But like if I want to start a business, all the money that I'm putting into my business to start up the business has been taxed. Like I'm taking a risk. When I put money into a business to start it, I'm taking mother effing risk, dude. I could lose everything. And with that being said, what they take is they bet on themselves. They take stock. They buy a shit ton of stock. They own a lot of stock. Okay, so Elon Musk owns a shit ton of stocks of Tesla. And when SpaceX goes public, or when they go public, if they go public, I think they will. They just got to line up their. They got to teach the public why they should buy SpaceX. I think the government connection is a huge advantage, but also like for the. Anyways, when they go public at, let's say, $100 a share, well, Elon's going to own probably millions of dollars worth of share. So he's gonna add $100 billion probably to his net worth. I think he deserves that money. I don't think he should have to pay taxes on that. And that's not just because I'm an Elon fan. That's with all of them. Ray Dalio, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. Or I guess not Ray Dalio. He's an investor, not a. I guess he did start an investment firm. But all those guys, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, anybody, Richard Branson, I think they deserve those billions of dollars. And as the company grows, as they grow the company, they're hiring more employees. They're giving people more jobs. Those people are paying taxes, so they are indirectly paying taxes. Where their locations are, they're also paying taxes, property taxes, federal taxes, state taxes. And what they try to do is decrease the amount of taxes they pay. So they put their headquarters in certain states where the tax laws are much more conservative, where they don't have to pay nearly as many taxes. So, but there's this idea now that what we're gonna do. So you have when you have a 10% gain on $1,000 investment, so you made $100. That's unrealized gains. Okay, so I could hit sell, and if I hit sell, it's gains. It's realized. It's now a realized gain. But if I don't hit sell, and another year goes by, and I make another 10%, I have $200 now. Okay, and then I hit sell. Now it's realized. Okay, so what they're trying to do now, which I think is crazy, and I think it's borderline unconstitutional, because it's not income. It's just not. It's simply not income. I don't care how you look at it. It's not income. And then they always make this comparison. Well, you pay property tax. That's an asset. That the asset, the housing market doesn't plummet. Like a stock could plummet, dude. Like you see Elon out there talking about selling 10% of his stock. That's much. You could make, if you make an argument about anything, you'd probably make an argument about like Coke or something. Like that one is less volatile than like. But like real estate's a completely different game. That's a completely different game, and I hate that comparison. It's just not true. Completely different assets. Yes, they both produce income, but they're completely different assets. One should be taxed. I don't think the other one should be taxed. But what they're trying to do is to tax billionaires on unrealized gains. So if Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk has gone from $50 billion to $300 billion in the matter of a year, they're saying, well, his unrealized gains is $250 billion. So that means we're going to have to tax that. It's like, no, because he hasn't sold anything yet. It's not even his money. He doesn't even have cash. It's not even cash. He owns stock. He's betting on himself still. So I don't know. I think that's crazy that they're trying to do that. I completely disagree with it. I think it's wrong. I think it's a bad idea. I think you're stepping on people's feet that you're gonna they're gonna crush you. And I think it's a bad idea. And that's coming from somebody who is not. I'm not a millionaire. And yeah, these people make a lot of money, but guess what? They also hire a shit ton of people. Like how many employees at Google? What? At Google. How many employees at Google? Why does it bring up Royal Air Maroc? What the hell is that? Alphabet. It's fucking stupid shit. Okay. Number of employees at Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google. 135,000 people. How many employees at Apple? 147,000 people. How many employees at Amazon? 1,335,000 people. How many employees at Tesla? Probably not that many, but we'll see. 70,757. Okay, I can just keep going on and on and on. Microsoft, 181,000 people. Goldman Sachs, 40,005, and these people are paying taxes. Like, and that's my issue. Like BlackRock, 16,500. Citigroup, 210,000. UBS, 71,000. Like it's a bad argument. I think it's a terrible argument, and I think they're wrong, and I think you need to stop that. I think you need to stop trying to make people pay unrealized gains taxes because, and here the whole tax system is jacked up because taxes have never been for the rich. Like if you go back to like times where like people were in like I don't know, what was that king shit times? I don't know, when there's like a damn king and stuff. I don't know, but at that time, those mother effers were the way that they would make money. The people in the Senate and Roman Pontius Pilate and bullshit like that, the way that they were making their money was by taxing the poor and taxing the middle class and saying every time you grow a potato and you sell a potato, I take 10% of that dollar. And that's what taxes have always been. Taxes have never been for the rich. It's the tax laws are made by the rich, or not made by the rich. They're made by the people who work for the people. Senators and House Representatives, guys who create tax code, they have been voted in by the people. But then the people who ultimately decide on what the taxes are the companies that pay these people. Like they pay for the they pay for these people's campaigns. And then so like when you have Hoistus or when you have Apple, when you have Twitter and Amazon, when you have these guys paying for Nancy Pelosi, I'm not making any accusation. I'm just saying, like, when you have these people paying for the campaigns of Joe Biden or Nancy Pelosi or whoever, they're going to get what they want. And that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. When you realize that Bill Clinton reinstated that law that, what's that law? The law that makes companies equal to people. The two most important provisions of the 14th Amendment guarantees the states is the 14th. No. Corporate personhood. Corporate personhood. I forget the name of the law. Corporate personhood is a legal notion that a corporation separately from its associated human beings has at least some of the legal rights and responsibilities. Bill Clinton. I think it's Bill Clinton? Was it Bill Clinton? I'm pretty sure it's Bill Clinton. The Real History of Corporate appointed by what is it? Jeffrey Corruptions. Bill Clinton. I'm fine. President Bill Clinton and Judge Judy. God damn it! I'm not gonna find it. Anyways, there's this idea that they are equivalent of humans, so they can do what they want. So if I really wanted to, I could donate to Hillary Clinton's campaign to beat Trump, and then I would have say, right? She would listen to me because I'm paying her. But like if Goldman Sachs comes in or like Microsoft comes in and says, hey, here's $2 billion. We're going to give, or not $2 billion. Here's $10 million. You're going to get this money if you don't tax the tech, or if you loosen up tech laws, or if you don't come after us when we're doing something sneaky. And then you have this issue where you have conflict of interest, and it's like the whole thing with the FDA and like the Pfizer and like people who used to work for for Pfizer, and people used to work for like Moderna. They now work for the FDA, and it's like people switching around, butt fucking each other. And the WHO and the WHO is having sex with people in like the NIH, and like we're killing dogs and shit, and we're cutting them up, and it's like, holy crap! It's like, what are we doing? What am I doing in my life? I'm over here just filming a damn podcast, wasting my time. Yeah, I didn't get to anything. I didn't get to Theo Von today, but you know, that's all right. I'll talk about it on Thursday. I had it was a good time seeing him. I really like seeing him. He's I felt bad for him. His comedy was funny. His openers were hilarious. There was this chick, Fakim something. She was hilarious. She's a black chick, a big black chick, and she was just trashing white chicks. It was so funny because the whole room was white people because Theo Von's audience. And she was just trashing them. I love it. You can see like the white chicks starting to get uncomfortable and shit. I was like, she gotta be. She's true. All this is true. You fuckers are shaking in your boots. That was funny. Then Ari Manis came on and he took. I'm not gonna say any of these jokes, but he took some shots. He did this one on like. Anyways, just took some shots. And then Theo came on and people were acting a fool. But yeah, guys, I don't know if I accomplished anything today, but it's over. And I love you guys. And that was episode 240 something. And I will catch you guys in episode 242. Guys, be good to each other. Love each other. Life is good. I got my old school headphones on, which actually sound better than all other headphones. Shout out to Kamal Renadive. She's an Indian biomedical researcher who was known researching cancer, about the links between cancer and viruses. She was a founding member of the Indian Women Scientists Association, known for pioneering Cancer Research Center in Tata Memorial Hospital. She was awarded the Padma Bhushan. Shout out to you, girl. You're Kamal Ranada. If you were on Google's thing, you're a freaking cell biologist. This is much more than I am. I'm over here just trying to get by every day. Guys, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, get yourself a free stock. Link is in the bio on YouTube. Link is in the description, not the bio. Guys, thank you so much. I'll catch you guys in episode 242, 3, whatever, of the Michael Lab Show. Peace out.